So what I'm going to do for you in this video is highlight 5 bang for your buck exercises that not only burn a shit ton of body fat, but these exercises also build muscle at the same time. I'm a firm believer that alongside time, focus and energy are your most valuable assets, and you want to maximize all of those 3 things. And to do that, you keep your workouts short, so think along the lines of 10 to 20 minutes, and you also pick the right exercises. And this is where high intensity interval training comes into play, or HIT for short. For those that are unfamiliar, HIT are short bursts of intense exercise followed by periods of recovery. So think along the lines of sprinting up a hill as fast as you can, then taking a 30-second break to recover. And then you would go all out and sprint again. This approach is actually a very time efficient way to train. Number one is it keeps your heart rate elevated. Number two is that it burns a lot of calories in a very short period of time. Like I said, 10 to 20 minutes is all you need. What you need to know about sprinting is that it is the most effective, let me repeat that, effective form of fat loss and muscle building cardio that you can do. No other exercise comes close, and there are 3 reasons why. The first reason is intensity. As far as intensity goes, it is about as intense as you get. Just look at the action of sprinting. You are going all out as fast as you can. And a sign of an intense exercise is, can you have a conversation while you are doing that exercise? And when you are doing sprints, there is not a chance in hell that you are having a conversation. The second reason why sprints are so effective is due to the effect it has on your metabolism. Due to the explosive nature of sprints, it is going to have your metabolism on overdrive for not just hours, but for days. And number 3 is that sprinting preserves and even builds muscle. Unlike long distance running, where it eats into your muscle tissue, sprinting does not do that. It activates your fast twitch muscle fibers. So you are actually going to build muscle while burning fat. A lot of people don't actually know this, but one of the best ab exercises that you can do are actually sprints. And sprinting also builds your hamstrings and your glutes as well. It is a fantastic exercise. And if you don't believe me, just look at the physique of an average sprinter. And what you'll find is that they are absolutely stacked. Yes, they are spending time in the weight room, but sprinting has also contributed towards that physique. So, with regards to getting started with hill sprints, what you want to do is just find a hill and sprint up that hill as fast as you can. What I personally do is when I feel my speed dropping off, that's when I stop running up that hill. I'd then have a break and then I'd go at it again. If you're brand new to doing this, you can maybe do 3 to 4 sprints and then add more sets as the weeks go by. For those that don't know, kettlebell training can be divided into 2 groups. The first group are what's called grind exercises. So, grind exercises are like your traditional strength training exercises. So, think along the lines of squats and walking lunges. The second group are what's called ballistics. Ballistic exercises are kettlebell exercises where essentially you are swinging and throwing the kettlebell. So think along the lines of kettlebell snatches and kettlebell swings. And when it comes to muscle building cardio, it's ballistics that you want to focus on. Just like sprinting, ballistics rev up your metabolism and build muscle at the same time. A great way to get started with ballistics is to do it in an interval training way. So, for example purposes, you could do kettlebell swings all out for 30 seconds and then take a 30-second break. So that's 1 minute altogether. All you need is to do this for 10 minutes, and I am pretty sure your heart will be coming out of your chest. And just like sprinting and kettlebell ballistics, the Prowler can be used to build muscle and burn fat at the same time. But there's one advantage that the Prowler has that kettlebells and sprinting doesn't, and that is training with the Prowler is predominantly concentric. So, in layman terms, what that basically means is that it's not going to beat your body up like sprinting and kettlebell ballistics. So, for example purposes, with sprints, you should only really do it twice a week max. On the other hand, with the Prowler, you can train with the Prowler 4, 5, even sometimes 6 times a week, depending on your fitness level. So if training frequency is your thing, you like being in the gym more often, you'd probably be better off training with the Prowler instead. And the best way to use this piece of equipment is to simply mix it up. So for example purposes, you could go into the gym one day, load it up with a load of weight and push and pull that thing for shorter distances. On another day, you could go into the gym, maybe load it with one plate so it's nice and light, and push it and pull it for longer distances. The beauty of the Prowler is that you can switch it up. This is a favorite conditioning tool of many boxers, and for good reason. Number one, it's dirt cheap. You can pick up a jump rope for less than $10. Number two is it strengthens your ankles. Number three is it improves foot speed and it also improves coordination. And number four is it builds the muscle in your calves and it also burns quite a lot of calories in a short period of time. 10 to 20 minutes is all you really need. And again, the best way to use a jump rope is to train it in an interval style way. So, for example purposes, you could go all out for, let's say, 1 minute, have a 30-second break, and then boom, you go at it again. Just like sprints, sledgehammer swings are one of the most underrated yet effective core exercises that you can do. Let's take the rotational swing for example. When you do this exercise, you will absolutely hammer, no pun intended, your obliques, which are the muscles on the side of your stomach. And again, the same principle applies. You train this in an interval style way. So, for example purposes, you could swing that hammer for, let's say, 30 seconds, and then you have a 30-second break, and then boom, you go at it again. Believe you me when I say you will be absolutely smoked after 10 minutes of doing this exercise, especially if you do it properly. One thing that must be noted is that this isn't solely an arm exercise. You coil with your hips. And if you don't know what that means, just watch this clip that you are seeing on your screen right now and pay attention to the guy's hips.